He wrote his own pictures and directed them and produced them and distributed them. He did it all.
Perhaps the most significant thing is that Micheaux proved that he could make them. You got to remember, he grew up in a time when it was believed that you couldn't spell if you were black. And he challenged that myth.
Not only was Micheaux the first black to make feature-length films, he was also the first to explore taboo racial subjects. With The Homesteader, he took on the most controversial subject of his time: interracial romance. Jean-Baptiste, a black man, falls in love with Agnes, who appears white. Their romance is doomed until it's discovered that Agnes has one drop of black blood, and their love affair is now acceptable. This was a theme that Micheaux would return to in film after film.
It was almost a personal obsession with Micheaux to constantly have these superficial conflicts in the films between light-skinned black people and dark-skinned black people.
He persisted in dealing with rather sensitive subject matter. He focuses on questions of color. He focuses on the need for an education. He focused on what blacks had to face in moving into the urban environment. He seemed to be more concerned about the message he wanted to put across in his films, very often which were his own sort of personal philosophy, his own personal take on the black experience.
Micheaux touched a nerve, and the audience responded. 1 year and 4 films later, he reported earnings of $40,000.
He was an exemplary businessman. He continued to work his trade in a capital-intensive enterprise with very little money, but with a wealth of skills, his ability to collar people, his ability to talk, his ability to make those films, to carry them around, to promote them, to exhibit them. He becomes a model for the independent black cinema movement that comes out of his shadow.
One of the greatest tasks of my life, wrote Micheaux, has been to teach that the colored man can be anything. The Symbol of the Unconquered, a newly discovered 1920 Micheaux production, once again expressed his belief that the greatest opportunity for a black man existed on the frontier. Through hard work and clean living, Micheaux's hero, a diligent prospector, overcomes disaster and wins in love.
As Micheaux used to say, "I'm helping the Negro," he would say. In other words, a lot of these people are trying to keep us down, but I'm helping elevate our people.
Popular as these films were, it was hard for race movies to make money.